What if Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man doesn't even make it past the opening minutes of Avengers Doomsday? Because new alleged photos from the movie's opening sequence are circulating online, and if they're real, they could connect months of previous leaks into one massive reveal. Tobey's Spider-Man, the X-Men, Wolverine, Deadpool, Magneto, two Earths colliding, and possibly the final sacrifice of Tobey's Spider-Man. Nothing here is officially confirmed, so consider this a major spoiler warning. Let's break it down. We already have a pretty strong idea of what could happen at the beginning of Doomsday, an incursion between Tobey Maguire's universe and the X-Men's Earth 10005. The first trailer may have already teased this. Remember Professor X looking into the sky as another Earth appears to glow and explode? That could be the moment when the X-Men realize their universe is about to collide with another reality. And according to this theory, that other reality is Tobey's. But here's the brutal part. If two universes are about to collide, both are basically doomed. So the X-Men may have only one option: destroy the other Earth's planet before the incursion destroys both universes, which means they could be forced to destroy Tobey's Earth to save their own. And new alleged photos may show exactly that. The first leaked images appear to show two Earths moving dangerously close together. One seems to be glowing and already breaking apart before the actual collision. If the theory is correct, that's Tobey's Earth. And this would mean the X-Men aren't waiting for the incursion. They're actively destroying his planet first. That's also why this opening could be so important. It immediately introduces the consequences of incursions and shows that Doomsday isn't going to play around. There may be no heroes versus villains here, just one universe trying to survive at the expense of another. And then we get to the characters involved. Two more alleged photos are especially interesting. One appears to show Deadpool and Wolverine together, with Deadpool's mask removed, potentially behind-the-scenes footage. But another appears to show Wolverine fighting Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Wolverine is wearing his yellow suit, and Tobey appears to be wearing a motion capture suit. That's important because earlier, alleged behind-the-scenes images also showed Tobey wearing motion capture while filming with Hugh Jackman. And now these new images seem to show the same fight. Several reported insiders have claimed the images are legitimate, although Marvel has obviously not confirmed them. But why is Tobey wearing motion capture instead of his Spider-Man costume? There may be a reason. Previous rumors claimed that Tobey could wear an Iron Spider-style suit during the opening sequence. Yes, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man potentially fighting the X-Men with an advanced technological suit. We still don't know where he gets it or who created it, but extensive CGI could explain why Tobey was filmed in motion capture. And there's another important detail. Wolverine appears to be holding a small device. The theory is that this could be the trigger for the planet-killing weapon being used against Tobey's Earth. So Wolverine may not simply be fighting Spider-Man. He could literally be carrying the device that ends his universe, and he might not be alone. Another major rumor connects Magneto to the destruction. Ian McKellen reportedly revealed that Magneto would destroy New Jersey, and that immediately raised a question. What if this is Tobey's New Jersey? Because another alleged image appears to show Magneto controlling a massive red energy source. That could be the weapon used to destroy Tobey's Earth. So potentially we have Wolverine, Deadpool, Magneto, and other X-Men, all fighting to save their reality. But Tobey may have his own team. Rumors have suggested that Tobey's Spider-Man could be joined by characters from his universe, including Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus, and there may be even more. Remember, the Spider-Man movies have referenced other characters and heroes connected to Tobey's world. J. Jonah Jameson has even mentioned Doctor Strange, and the multiverse has already shown us that characters like the Punisher could exist in these alternate realities. So there's no reason to assume Tobey is standing alone. His universe could send every available powered character into the fight, because when your entire Earth is about to be destroyed, old enemies might suddenly become allies. But even with all of that help, the X-Men could still win, and that's where the destroyed New York comes in. The second Doomsday trailer showed a destroyed New York. A lot of fans assumed Dr. Doom caused it, especially because people are connecting it to Thor versus Doom. But here's the rule with Marvel trailers. Never trust what Marvel wants you to think you're seeing. My theory is that this could actually be Tobey's destroyed New York. And there's another clue. Magneto is shown injured in the trailer. If he's responsible for controlling an enormous energy source capable of destroying an entire Earth, those injuries could have happened during this battle. So Marvel could be showing us the aftermath while making us believe Doom caused the destruction. And that brings us to the biggest question. If this opening sequence is real, Tobey could actually die. And yes, that would be brutal. Tobey's Spider-Man is one of the most beloved versions of the character ever. Killing him would emotionally destroy a massive part of the audience. But that's exactly why it could work. Doomsday needs to establish that the stakes are completely different now. If the X-Men are willing to destroy an entire Earth just to save their own universe, then there is no easy way out. And an opening like this would immediately establish how horrifying incursions really are. But Marvel has another option. They could destroy his Earth without showing Tobey actually die. The TVA could arrive at the last second and rescue him. Then, When Doctor Doom eventually creates Battleworld, Tobey could become one of the survivors pulled into it that would allow him to return in Avengers: Secret Wars. So Tobey's universe could die without Tobey dying with it. And honestly, that would make sense. But there's another possibility I can't ignore. What if Marvel actually wants to end Tobey's story here? Think about his entire journey. He started as a kid who wanted power. He learned responsibility. He lost Uncle Ben. He lost people he loved. He made mistakes. He sacrificed himself again and again. And now, decades later, Marvel has brought him back for one final multiversal story. What if his final decision is the ultimate Spider-Man choice? His universe cannot be saved, but the people inside it still can. So Tobey stays. He fights. He buys everyone else time and sacrifices himself. That wouldn't just be a sad ending. It would be a heroic ending. And honestly, Spider-Man has never exactly been famous for getting easy, happy endings. There's another reason this theory matters. As far as we know, there is no confirmed Spider-Man 4 from Sam Raimi, and there is no guarantee that the MCU will permanently keep Tobey's Spider-Man around after the multiverse saga. After Secret Wars, Marvel could create a new unified reality where heroes from different universes finally exist together. But Sony's control over Tobey's version could make his permanent MCU future complicated. So Marvel may see Doomsday and Secret Wars as their one opportunity to give this version of Spider-Man a definitive ending. And if they do, they could make it legendary. Tony Stark's sacrifice became one of the most iconic endings in superhero cinema. Marvel could potentially put Tobey's Spider-Man in that same conversation, not by giving him another Spider-Man movie, but by giving him one final sacrifice for his universe. Are these leaks actually real? We don't know. The photos are blurry. The context is incomplete. Some footage could be misleading, and Marvel regularly films scenes that change or never appear in the final cut. So none of this should be treated as confirmed. But if even half of these reports are accurate, Doomsday's opening could be insane. Two universes collide. The X-Men are forced to destroy another Earth. Wolverine fights Tobey. Deadpool is involved. Magneto controls a planet-killing weapon. Tobey potentially wears an iron spider suit. And one of the most beloved Spider-Men ever could be facing his final battle. So here's the real question. Would you rather see Tobey survive and return for Secret Wars, or give him one final heroic sacrifice in Doomsday? Because if Marvel really ends Tobey's story this way, I don't think anyone is walking out of that theater emotionally, okay? And if you think you've already figured out what's happening in this opening scene, tell me your theory below, because there may be one more detail in these leaks that completely changes the ending.